there's a moose running on the lake. We've reached the low point. Morale is low, but we're so close we can taste it. Not gonna lie, there's been a few mistakes I've made. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back, or should I say welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I've made one of these videos, but I have a fun summer planned, and I thought that I'd start with a video about what I bring hiking, specifically a 14er in Colorado in the spring. So I'm flying out to Colorado tomorrow to see one of my good friends, and on Friday, we will be hiking a 14er. Now, we are going to do the Grays and Torreys Peak, but we read online that the road conditions getting there might be a little icy. So we've switched. We're probably doing Mount Bierstadt because the road looks better and it's still just as pretty of a hike and nearby. So I'm going to first start off with what I will be carrying on my back. First, I will be using the REI Flash 22 backpack. I love this backpack because it doesn't have the binding on the back. So for travel, it works great because you can just roll it right up. I also use this as my gym bag. It has a lot of different pockets. It holds a lot of things, even with its small size. I love this for hiking, especially because it has a waist strap and a chest strap, and it has this extra fun little pocket right here where stuff won't get smelly. That's where I kind of like to put my food. It's probably not what that's for, but that's what I use it for. And you can hook your trekking poles right on the outside, as well as this easy access pocket. Another thing that it has is where you can put a water bladder in it, which I will be using. This is my water bladder. It is from Nathan. Now, this thing has definitely seen better days. I've had this since high school, but hey, it gets the job done. It's not moldy or anything yet. So it works well for what I need it to do. It's 2 liters. I use this in my trail running bag, but I just took it out to use for this because coming from the south up to a 14er, I think my body's going to be in for a shock with the elevation change, so going to need to hydrate. Next are these trekking poles. These are my dad's trekking poles, but he lets me use them because I got a little bit of a weird foot, and this works really well to help take some of the stress off my foot. But even if you don't have foot problems, trekking poles are just a good addition to have, especially in snowy conditions or rocky conditions, which we will have both. These are black diamond poles. Now, they do not have the cork handle, but I haven't had any issues with sweat or heat with that. So these work just fine, and they're very light, and they will hook just straight onto my backpack, and then I can just take them off whenever I'm ready to use them. As for what will also go inside my backpack is my down jacket. This is a really light REI down jacket. It does not have a hood, but the best part is that it stuffs into its own pocket about this big. So it can easily just slide in my backpack. I don't think that I'll need it, but you never know. It's better to be prepared than underprepared. So I'm gonna bring it very light, very comfortable. We'll just roll straight up in my backpack. The last thing I will keep with me in my backpack is my raincoat. Like I said, better to be prepared than underprepared. Never know if you're going to get an afternoon shower. So I will be bringing my raincoat. This is a Marmot, I think it's a Starfire jacket. They don't make it anymore, but I got this on really big sale. They make jackets similar, so I'll link one that's similar below. But the best part, it has the armpit ventilation, so it doesn't get too hot. And I've used this on canoe trips where it has been absolutely monsooning and I've not gotten wet at all. So I love, love, love this raincoat. It also has the adjustable hood, so I will definitely be using that. Now, it does not stuff into its own pocket, but it comes pretty close. Next, I'm going to be talking about what I'm going to wear. So first, my first base layer is actually going to be this tank top. Love this tank top. I wear it to the gym, I wear it out, I wear it on a walk, wear it hiking, and so this will be my hiking base layer. I actually just got it on Amazon, and I love it. Has a built-in padded bra as well, and so you don't even have to worry about packing a sports bra either. Very light, dries quickly, and it's pretty form-fitting, so it goes well as a base layer. On top of my shirt or tank top, I will be wearing this REI, it's the Sahara Sun Shirt. I've also worn this on canoe trips and on hikes. It works wonderful. It also has 50 SPF, which I love. Has a hood and it has the thumb holes. I actually just got one of these at the REI sale. Got a new color. So on my canoe trip vlog, you might see me rocking a new color. Next, what I'm most excited for are my brand new hiking pants. Also got these at the REI sale. They're the Trailmade pull-on pants. I got the pull-on ones with the adjustable elastic instead of the button. For me, this is just more comfortable. They are very lightweight, very airy, but they're very stretchy too. They're not restricting in any way. So I've worn these around. I've not put them to the test on the trail, but I figured a hike is a good way to put them to the test before our big canoe trip where I'm stuck with them for 4 days. But I think they'll work just fine based on reviews and based on how comfortable they have been walking around. Just so light and stretchy. I love stretchy clothes. As for socks, you've got to get Darn Tough socks. Darn Tough socks have a lifetime warranty. I have had one time, one of my thin running socks got a hole in the heel, and I just sent it to them, and then I got free ones straight back. So love them. These are the crew length, and they're the mid-weight socks. So they have some that are thicker, they have some that are thinner, but these work really well for hiking. I don't really get blisters with these. I'll also be bringing my sunglasses. I will link these on Amazon as well. Love these and can never go wrong with some good sunglasses. Same with the hat. Can't go wrong with some hats. Now for my shoes. This is where y'all will probably not need to bring 2 shoes, but I will be bringing 2 shoes. I'm going to be starting off wearing my hiking boots. These are the Ultra Lone Peak hiking boots, and these worked really well for me for a long time. They are also waterproof, which works really well for snowy conditions and has the ankle support. But like I said, my foot has been kind of messing with me a little bit. So being zero drop is not the best for my foot right now, but it can make it for a little bit. So I'm going to start with these, especially with the snow at the bottom. But then I will probably be switching into my trail shoes along the way. Now these trail shoes are not waterproof at all. They're pretty quick drying because they're trail shoes. But I use the Adidas Terex. These work well. They're honestly not my favorite trail shoe I've had. I probably like the Brooks Cascadia a little bit better, but these get the job done and they have the 12mm drop, which is perfect for what I need for my foot. But that about sums it up. That's all that I will be bringing. All of it will easily fit in my bag. It will probably only fill up half of that bag. Then the rest will be full for snacks and our lunch that we'll have up on the trail. So thank you for joining along. And now we're going to cut to some clips from our hike. All right, so we made it to the trailhead and that is where we're going to be going. I did add a few things to my gear. I added my Garmin InReach because safety first, and I also added a beanie and of course my inhaler. But we are excited. We're getting ready to go. Updates to come if we make it. There's a moose running on the lake. We're making our way up the ridge, and we've heard reports that it's really windy up there. We're about right here, but we're making it. Jeez. So we've moved on from slush to real snow. You can see some tiny little dots in the trail right there. And then we will go up there. I think probably about an hour left. We've reached the low point. Morale is low, but we're so close we can taste it. You know, a PB&J just might fix everything. It's pretty windy up here. We had someone tell us that at the top feels more like February than July, but we're almost there. See? I don't even think you can see. That's where we're going. So we're getting close, but definitely tired. We're just hopeful on the way down we might just slide. If anybody needs some entertainment, I had to go to the bathroom, so I've been over the ridge and I slipped and fell. And you know what? That kind of helped morale a little bit, but I think this PB&J will really be the icing on the cake. Not gonna lie, there's been a few mistakes I've made. The gear, perfect. Wearing the right thing. The bad thing, sleeping 4 hours last night and landing yesterday been doing this. We've been stopping every quarter mile at least on the way, and now we're probably stopping every 100 yards to rest because we don't want to get sick or anything, but it feels like we've been out here 8 hours. It's been 3, but we're hoping on the way down we'll be way faster, show better progress. It's just such slow progress. Every step your feet sinks 2 feet down, but you know, it's okay. It's a test of mental strength and type B fun, right? Feel good when we get up top and can just run down. Not to get all philosophical, but you know, this hike seems like life. Life with ups and downs. When it's tough, we're in the thick of it. You know, you're just doing everything you can to get through. You can just see the other side, just how we can just see the other side. And it's like, oh, it feels so far away. But every step you get closer. Doesn't matter if they're small, doesn't matter if they're big. You know, and that's what's getting me through. Every step's one step closer. That's what I tell myself. The Minnesota portages. That's what I tell myself in life. That's what I'm telling myself now. Every step's one step closer. Just sitting down, chilling. I don't think you can tell at all where we started. But you see kind of that right there is where we started. You can't tell at all how this is literally straight up beside a mountain and snow. But we're like, hey, on the way down, it should be pretty fast. It is gorgeous though. I don't know if you can see, but there were 3 mountain goats just walking. Just a little family just taking their time. They blend in so well with everything. Alright, so we made it to the top. We're coming down now, and we've heard the best way is to just run and slide. Ready? So here we go. Ready? Go. Go! Oh, there you go. Yeah. This is awesome.
Oh man, they're making a little trek.
No, I feel like it's been 18 hours, but that, can't even tell on camera, but that, we went up that and down that.
Oh, we did.
We can see the parking lot and it just started hailing. I don't know if you can see, but it's like little hails, maybe little sleeves. I promise they're gonna, oh, ow. Well, somehow we made it back. And you can't even tell. We came from up there. That is crazy. Learned a lot about myself. Learned a lot just in this. And yep, just really proud of myself, proud of us. We did it. Step by step, we made it. So thanks for tuning in and join us next time.